What up, family? Hit me with a bruh if y'all can hear me. I'm late. Gonzalo in the building. Kiara made it to class on time. This is a miracle. Matter of fact, she beat me today. Y'all hit me with a bruh if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let's get GNS3 going here. Today's live lab is configuring. Did I name this live lab correctly? Configuring extended Vlans on Cisco Catalyst switches. Once again, this book is 101 Labs, Cisco CCNA version 4. Authored by Paul Browning and Faraz Tafa. Y'all excuse me, I'm running a bit late here. Extended VLANs. This should be an easy one, y'all. There's only 2 switches in this topology. I took a peek at it earlier today, right after I got off work. Let me just do this. Extended VLANs. Can y'all see the screen good? We got S-Move in the building. We're gonna give it some time for some people to walk in. And then excuse me, y'all. Boy, I am just disheveled this morning or today. I thought it was the morning too. What am I talking here? Let's just get 2 switches here. So if you can, go ahead and just drag and drop 2 switches onto the topology. Switch 1 and switch 2. This is a simple one, man. We should be no more than 30 minutes today. Unless we got a bug again. As y'all remember, for y'all who was not tuned in yesterday, we spent a good half hour troubleshooting only to find out it was a bug in GNS3. We're gonna make this guy switch 1, next guy switch 2. Quick labeling. This should be a real quick one, y'all. Again, sorry for running a little late. Can y'all see the screen good over here? Shout out to Cisco Mel 34 in the building. What's up? Today we've been doing a couple labs with VTP, which is virtual. What am I thinking? VLAN trunking protocol. And I remember watching and believe it or not, I rewatched these live labs like the next day at work to see if I, what I could have done better, improve my quality and stuff like that. Somebody, I want to say it was Gonzalo yesterday, right? Mentioned that VTP is not in the exam, right? Cisco's CCNA exam, right? Let me see if I can pull this up here. What am I doing here? Man, I'm just gone today, man. What is wrong with me, y'all? Oh, I got a new monitor. So when y'all see me looking over to the screen over here, that way I don't have everything on all in the way here. So let me just make this a little bigger so y'all can see that. Move these 2 guys over. So again, just get 2 switches onto the topology. And just connect them, man. Y'all know how to do that, right? Pretty sure y'all don't. I mean, y'all do. If y'all don't, is just drag and drop these switches right here. Get a cable. Let's go with the first port, which is gigabit 00, gigabit 00. You know what? I did not reboot this computer, and hopefully, y'all know I've been having not really great luck with GNS3, but hopefully this stuff is gonna work today. But anyways, yeah. So I want to say Gonzalo mentioned that the VTP is not on the on the CCNA exam, right? But if you look at the exam guide, right, the official cert guide, they talk a lot about virtual trunking protocol. I'm trying to bring up the exam blueprint for y'all, or not even the exam blueprint. I'm just gonna bring up just the study guide. Jesus Christ, I'm just not with it today, man. But I said I'm gonna try to keep this. I'm gonna try to keep this going with y'all. We're gonna try to get these going daily. But anyways, still giving a couple of minutes to let people in. I'm using that as an excuse to be like, yeah, we just waiting for some people to get in. Well, really, I'm just disheveled and I'm just trying to get myself together here, trying to get right. Let me see. Let me check the where are those documents at? Okay, back up. I think here's what I was looking for. Books. Let's do this. That's CCP. Okay, I know where I'm at. I know what I'm looking at. Y'all get these 101 labs. Okay. This was the old book. That was the old book, y'all. We are gonna go to this is the exam topics, right? As y'all can see, we still giving some time to let some people in. Chris Denny in the building. So if you just do a Control F, do a find. VTP is not on the exam guide, right? Y'all, the exam blueprint. For y'all don't know, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. So if you want to know what's on the CCNA exam, I was doing tutorials and stuff like this. You want to look at my channel, and we got to, I want to say, section 1.6. This is where I stopped before I started doing these live labs, because these were a lot more. Before I started doing stopped doing those tutorials and I started doing these live labs, these were a lot more fun to me. So one day I'll get back to doing these tutorials and stuff like that. But anyways, that's the exam guide. The blueprint. But if you go to, let's say this is volume 1, right? There's 2 volumes for the official cert guide, right? And you just do a search for VTP in here. Look how many search results we got here, right? They talk about VLAN trunking, VTP trunking protocol. So it's all over the book. So, and another thing I want to point out to y'all is, right? So even though Gonzalo, right, you said that it's not in the blueprint. The exam topics, right? But if you notice on the exam topics, it says here the following topics are general guidelines for the content likely to be included on exam. However, keyword. Other related topics may also appear on any specific delivery of the exam. To better reflect the contents of the exam and for clarity purposes, the guideline below may change at any time without notice. So in other words, any of this shit's free game. They may ask you stuff that's not on the exam blueprint. So that's why you need to be careful. Yes, VTP is not on the exam topics, but it's all, as y'all can see, we pulled up the book. It's all over the book. So they may ask you stuff on it. So this week we've been doing stuff on VLAN trunking protocol. At least get familiar with it, the modes and stuff like that. We talked about client mode. We talked about server mode. We talked about last video we did transparent mode, and today we are just doing extended VLANs. And basically, so if y'all know, and I looked it over again, right? So you can do VLANs up to VLAN 1 all the way up to VLAN 4095 that you can do on your switch, right? So let's go ahead and console in real quick, just as a recap, and we'll go ahead and console in the switch 2. And it's 8:15, so I think that's just gonna be it with y'all. Yeah, I know VTP comes in the OCG. Yep, exactly, Gonzalo. So I know you said that it's not on the exam blueprint, but it's in the exam guide. So you got to be careful. Don't just skip this. Don't just skip that topic. Cisco Mel says open shortest path first. Yeah, OSPF. That's what it stands for. What'd you say? It's actually the only routing protocol in the exam. Yes, it used to be. You had to know, at least a little bit of RIP. a little bit of BGP. As y'all can tell, I'm running late. A little bit of BGP. There was a lot of OSPF and EIGRP, which is, I think, is pretty odd that EIGRP, which is a Cisco routing protocol, is not on the exam blueprint. But you want to at least know some of that. So, is it on the exam blueprint? Let's see. I didn't even check. I'm pretty sure it at least is, isn't it? I don't think it is, isn't it? EIGRP is not on the exam blueprint, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna ask you. I'm pretty sure they're gonna ask you a question on EIGRP. So be careful with that. Some of this stuff is not on the blueprint, right? So let's go ahead and get started here. So I was explaining to y'all what extended VLANs are. So VLANs could be up to VLAN 1 all the way to VLAN 4096, right? 4095 you can't really, 4096 you can't really, you can't use. You can apply it to 1 to 4095. So you can't use 4096, right? The first, I want to say VLAN 1 all the way up to VLAN 1005 are considered standard VLANs, right? So we consoled into switch 1 and 2 right here, right? And let's go to global config mode, right? Enable global config, right? And let's just pick one of these interfaces, right? I don't know what's on here. Interface GI0/1, right? And we just do, actually, let's get out of this. Let's just, we're gonna create a VLAN, right? VLAN, and then you can put the VLAN number. That's how you create it, right? So if you notice here, I thought you'd be able to do that here, couldn't you? Okay, so yeah, right there. 1 through 4094 is what you can assign, right? So the first VLAN 1 all the way to 1005, they're considered standard VLANs. 1005 and up are considered extended VLANs, right? Let's go ahead and read the lab objectives. Objective I can't even talk straight, y'all. Man, I promise y'all I didn't have anything to drink. I took a quick nap and I said I'm gonna get some of this, get a nap in, and I had to come in early this morning for work. David Bomble's first Udemy course had more on EIGRP and RIP. It really does. I want to say it still do. I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't think he changed it up. He left all that stuff on there. Paul Browning is good, but I came here for a better breakdown labs, especially. Appreciate that, Kiori. So the objective of this lab exercise is for you to learn and understand how to configure extended VLANs. VLAN 1006 through 4096, that's considered extended VLANs, on Cisco Catalyst switches. In addition, you are required to familiarize yourself with the commands available on iOS to validate and check configurations. VLAN configuration is a fundamental skill. We've been doing that for the past couple videos. VLANs allow you to segment your network into multiple smaller broadcast domains as a Cisco engineer, as well as blah, 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 blah. Let's get with it, man. We need to create 4 VLANs. One is going to be the sales VLAN, the manager's VLAN, engineer's VLAN, and support. Matter of fact, this guy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, shout out to him. One of my favorite YouTubers. He's a funny guy. We need to do VLAN 2010, that's sales. 2020 is managers. 2030 is engineers. 2040 is support. And we was going to use the first port, which was GI00, which we did already. Let me get some labeling here for y'all. And let's try to knock this out. I want to say, I don't want to go too fast. I want to knock it out by 8:30, but I wanted to, at least do a little talking about what extended VLANs are and what standard VLANs are. So again, if y'all remember, somebody put in the chat room, what are considered standard VLANs? I'm pretty sure y'all remember that because y'all just said it about 5 minutes ago, right? So let's go ahead. VLAN 2010 is sales, right? We're consoled into, are we doing both of them? Let me see what the first step says. In preparation for the VLAN configuration, configure a host name on switch 1, as well as the VLAN depicted in the topology. Keep in mind that extended VLANs can be configured on a switch. Extended VLANs, so this is a good fun fact right here. Keep in mind that extended VLANs can only be configured on a switch in VTP transparent mode. Y'all remember what the default mode for a switch is, right? Y'all remember what the VLAN, what the default mode is? Before I create one, let's check, right? Show VTP status, right? This is out the box, right? It's in server mode, right? So we can't even create VLANs, the extended VLANs, which is 1006 and up, all the way up to 4096, right? So let's try that, right? Go to global config mode. We're gonna switch to I'm gonna go to switch 1 real quick, and let me move this out of the way so y'all can see. Y'all can see the topology and my stuff, right? And y'all can't see the chat screen no more, right? I got it scooted over to the other monitor there. That's correct, Danny. 1 through 1005 is standard VLANs. Cisco Mel is correct. Extended is 4096. No, keep in mind, 4096 you can't assign to any port. That's considered a reserved VLAN. You can't use it. I don't think you can use it. Watch. Let's try it. Let's try 4096 just to see what Cisco Mel was saying. And Chris, you're right. It's VTP server mode. Enable global config mode, right? And let's say VLAN. Come on, man. Terminal. Can't even type today. Man, could I walk? Oh, I got my car back, y'all. Long time ago. I mean, not a long time ago, but about 3-4 weeks ago, I got in a car accident. Finally got my car back. And I'm thinking, man, this is a piece of shit car. Because I was driving the rental, and it just got like, you know, like if you drift off to the other lane, it pulls you back. It's like automation is coming, man. Autonomous cars, rather. So VLAN, let's try 4096, right? Bad, see, look at that. Bad VLAN list. Character number 5, delimits a VLAN number, which is out of the range. So just to answer Cisco Mel question, you can only do, like we said, up to 4094. So you can't assign 4095 and you can't assign 4096. Them two reserved. I forgot what the difference was between the two, but if y'all want to look up a white paper, put it in the chat there. Cisco Mel, you got them numbers mixed up. But yeah, you see what I'm saying here, right? We tried to do it. So let's just do let's just follow the book, what it said. VLAN 2010 is sales, right? So VLAN 2010, name, sales. This is how we create a VLAN, y'all, right? That's super easy, right? YouTube VLAN number, and then name for the name, and then the name of it, sales. And I believe it's cap sensitive. I can't remember. So let's go ahead and do the rest. If y'all got the book, get out of this VLAN. You don't have to, but I'm just doing it just for some people that are new or not familiar. VLAN 2020. The name of that VLAN is managers. Y'all hit me with that like button so that way we can get some more people into this chat room and stuff like that, and more people to watch and stuff like that. And by the way, if y'all are joining the Cisco Learning Network or any other forums or any Discord servers, y'all let them know about this channel. I want to try to do these daily. We want to try to get more people in here. You know, the more people in here, the merrier. You know, like I said, I don't know everything. We can get some people in here to correct us, to, you know, if I'm wrong or anything like that, we could do, you know, a little debate and stuff like that. The more people, the merrier. So the more information we have, and we create a better learning environment where there's more people in here, you know. Like I said, this is and there's no dumb questions. If anybody put in here, just like Cisco Mel, she got it wrong, so what? I'm not gonna call you out or anything like that. I didn't know, like the other day, I didn't know, I think it was like, I didn't know how to use the router with the ether switch model, or how to look up VLANs and stuff like that, right? So, like I said, I don't know everything. We all learning together here. So the manager's VLAN was 2020. No. Sales is 2020. No, sales is 2010. What am I doing here? Managers is 2020. Engineers is 2030. So we're gonna say VLAN. We don't have to get out and then come back in. We can do it from here. So 30 is engineers. Name, engineers. VLAN 2040 is support. So name, support, right? So remember, let me look at what she said, right? So I can, that way I don't get it mixed up, right? 1005 and up is considered, or 1006 and up is considered extended VLANs, right? The first 1 through 1005, just like Danny said, are considered standard VLANs. The last ones is extended VLANs. So we can verify our work with just show VLAN brief, right? Y'all can see my screen, right? Show VLAN brief. We created the VLANs, and there they go right there. Which, by the way, out the box, let's say you buy a Cisco switch, right? Pull it out the box, plug it up. The first VLANs, all the ports are going to be in, by default, in VLAN 1. As you can see, all the ports are in VLAN 1 right there, right? They all come in VLAN 1. And then these come, 1002, 1005, they're going to come in there. There's no ports going to be in there, but you can't even use them. You can't. I don't even think you can delete those. So 1002 through 1005, those are VLANs that are already. They're just old VLANs from back in the day. FIDI was a type of network. Token Ring used to be a type of network. FIDINet. All these were like old type of networks from back in the day. To this day, they still put those VLANs on switches for some odd reason. I don't know. Maybe for some godforsaken network is still using Token Ring, but maybe that's why they put it on there. Who knows? But from 1002, 1005, those were old type of networks. Those VLANs are still on a switch. You can't delete them. You can't modify them. You can't do nothing with them. But then 1006 and up, like we said today, are extended VLANs. You can create those like we did over here. So 2010, 2020, 2030, all the way up to 4094 are considered extended VLANs, right? We also wanted to put ports 5, so we want to put port 5 here, port 6 in here, port 7 in here, and port 8 in here. Y'all go ahead and do that if y'all want to. And we gonna do the same thing on switch 2. Bro, it took me far too long to learn about be able to type VLAN, the number, to create a new VLAN when already in VLAN config mode. Yeah, and it doesn't get created until you get out of VLAN mode. So, like I showed y'all yesterday, you can create VLANs all day long, right? And then do a show VLAN brief, they're not going to show up until you back out of VLAN configuration mode. Then you'll see them created. So, we said we're going to put in interface GI 0/5 ports 5 through 8 on these ports, right? So GI 05, right? Isn't it GI 05? Interface GI 0/5. I guess that's not it. What interfaces we got on this switch? So, oh, by the way, he need to be switch 1, right? Let me hurry up here, man. I'm doing too much teaching here. Let's get this up. Host name. I'm just gone today, y'all. Switch 1, and then we said we wanted to do. Let me see what interfaces we got in here. I keep lecturing is what I'm trying to say. GI 01. So we want to. Oh, I can't do 05. That's why. So I need to do. See, the ports are different on my switch, y'all. So I need to do these first 5 ports like this. So the interface numbers are different. They might be different on yours too. That's that. Someone has to show you, or you don't know you type of knowledge. Yeah, that is. Like, it's just that's why they say experience is key. So I noticed that you don't use the do command too much. Cisco, that's because Cisco Mel, that's because I'm trying to show people, I could use the do command and then, do stuff from the other modes, but I know there'll be a lot of newbies in here, so I like to back out and then do the commands that I need to in its correct mode. But yes, you can use the do command in the upper privilege modes. So we need to put in 00, 01, 02, 03. That's it. Just 1 through 3 for me. I don't know. Y'all interfaces might be different, right? So let's just do. Oh my goodness. I'm just out of it today, y'all. Look at this. This thing about to crash, I believe. I hope not. I think it's doing a domain name resolution there. Let's go on the other guy while that guy is going. Host name switch 2. I hope he don't. Oh, he's doing the domain name resolution. There you go. Configure terminal. Right. What I said I was gonna do. Interface GI 0/0. Switch port mode. Switch port access. This is how you put it in another VLAN, right? Switch port access and then the access number. VLAN number. So he's gonna be 2010 2010. And then interface GI 0/ I said, is it 02 or 01? Yeah, 01. Right? Yeah, 01, 02, 03. That's it. Switch port access VLAN. Is it 2030? And then interface GI 0/2. Switch port access VLAN 2040. Right? Am I correct in saying that? And again, the interfaces might be different on yours if you're using Packet Tracer or any other module or stuff like that. Don't you hate that, Cisco Mel? You just get stuck because what it's trying to do is trying to translate an IP address to a domain name. but basically I messed the shit up. I did that. You know what? I wasn't supposed to do 0-0, I guess, because now we got a VLAN mismatch right here. So, and this probably gonna need to be trunking. So let's not do 0-0. Again, y'all interfaces might be different. I can't tell y'all which interfaces to do. So I'm going to do GI0 instead of 0-0. We're gonna make this the trunk port. I'm gonna do GI01 in the first VLAN, right? So interface GI0/0. I'm gonna do no switch port access VLAN. What I put him in 2010, so that way he's not gonna get that error again. Configure terminal interface GI. What was that last port? I'm trying not to confuse y'all, but basically this port is gonna be trunking, right? Y'all remember what the trunk is, right? A trunk basically the port that's gonna be able to take all the VLANs. That's gonna be able to accept all the VLANs. So I should not put that in one VLAN because we're gonna get a native VLAN mismatch there. So I'm gonna put this one instead in the first VLAN that they asked for, which was 2010. So GI10, GI1/0 switch port access VLAN 2010, right? And then let's check our work. Show VLANs brief. We got something messed up here. That's GI10. We need to put the managers in a specific VLAN. Let's do managers. Let's do, we said 1, 2. What was 0-3? I should put 0. Should have put that one in 0-3. Let's put this one in. Let's put 0-3 in 2020 VLAN. GI03, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Interface GI0/3. I have a TXT on my desktop with a base config that's included. All new devices get it right out the box. I should do that. I should. It'll save us a lot of time, but you know, maybe just doing it over, and maybe there's some people that in here that might not know how to do, you know, just some quick IP addressing and stuff like that that helps people, you know, get caught up to speed. So yes, I could speed it up and skip a couple steps here, but for some newbies, they might not know how to do a VLAN or an IP address, configure an IP address of a switch. So it might take a little bit of time. You might want to stroll in maybe like 15 minutes later, like, oh, I already know this part. And walk in later. Maybe that's what Kiori was doing, was trying to tell us, oh, I already know this part. So she was coming in late and stuff, right? But I'm just messing with you. But 0-3/3. And we're going to put her, this interface switch port in the 2020 VLAN. So access VLAN 2020 20. And then show VLAN brief. Okay, so we got those. As long as we had none of those in the trunking port. So let's go to switch 2, do some basic stuff here. Y'all notice the native VLAN mismatch errors stopped here. For some of y'all that don't know, so remember the native VLAN is a VLAN that is not tagged, right? And remember what I said, out the box, you buy a switch from Cisco, out the box, all the ports are gonna be in VLAN 1. That's considered the native VLAN, right? Well, when we did that, right, we put this one in another VLAN, right? Took it out of the box, put that in another VLAN, and then this one was like, well, this port is still in VLAN 1. I got a mismatch here. So once you do that and they're connected to each other, you get this native VLAN mismatch error here, and that's what happened there. That's why he said, well, GI00 is in VLAN 2020 when this one is in VLAN, still in the native VLAN. It's in VLAN 1. I got a mismatch, and that's what happened there. Those two ports, if they're connected to each other, they need to be in the same VLAN, so that way you don't get that error right there. So yeah, let's go ahead and fix switch 2. And again, the interfaces you might have might be different, so they might not be exactly like mine, so y'all just gotta figure it out. 0-0, we're gonna leave that port alone, and we're gonna put this in 2010, 2020, 2030, 2040. That makes sense, y'all? That's the VLANs they're gonna be in, right? But before we do that, let's create the VLANs. Name is what? Sales. So sales managers, engineer support. support. Y'all make sure y'all hit me with that like button, man. Please hit me with that like button because, like I said, I'm trying to do these daily. The more people in here, the merrier. The more motivation I get to even do these. Vlan 2030. Name, I said, what's that? Engineers and then support. Engineers. And then Vlan 2040. Name, support. We need to put, oh man, they're in server mode. They're both in server mode. I'm hoping that they didn't copy VLANs of each other, but we needed to put both of them in transparent mode. So let's do this. Let's see what we got so far. Show VLAN brief. We did that correctly, I believe. Let's read. Let's see what the steps were. Y'all got any questions? Y'all with me so far? Configure ports FA05 through 8 as access ports and assign the VLANs to specified. And then task 3, I guess that's all we had to do. And then verify your VLAN configuration. Feel free to replicate the steps above on switch 2. That's it, man. So this was a very, 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 very short lab. Y'all got any questions? Have you worked with ACAS? Clark Fitness, I don't even know what that is. To be honest with you, what is that? I have not worked with that. That don't sound familiar to me. So basically, I need to put these guys in each respective port. And that's all we had to do. This was a super easy lab. I thought it was more than this. I don't know. I guess we just needed, they just wanted to show us that specific VLANs can be only made in transparent mode. But let's see, which mode is this one in? Show VTP status. He is in server mode still. So that is weird. Interesting. Let me read that again. He said, keep in mind that extended VLANs can only be configured on a switch in VTP transparent mode. Which is contrary to what he said, right? Because this is in server mode and we created VLANs above 1005. So I don't know what they're trying to say there. Maybe they meant that they don't propagate across the trunk. Who knows? I don't know. But let's go ahead and put them in transparent mode. Y'all remember how to do that, right? From the last video? VTP mode and then transparent like that. Right? Setting device to VTP transparent mode. Show VLAN brief. Show our work with show VTP status rather. Y'all got any questions? Plus the MD hash has to match. I think it has to be in the same domain. Yes, you're right. They need to be in the same domain for them to. But they're both gonna be in transparent mode, so they not even gonna be able to. They're not even gonna share VLANs with each other. So it really don't even matter. But now he's in transparent mode. I put switch 1 show VTP status. I believe that's in transparent mode as well. No, this one's in server mode still, right? VTP mode transparent and show VTP status just to verify it. He's in transparent mode. Let's yeah, and that's the MD5 hash that Cisco Mel was talking about right there. Let's go to switch 2 and put this switch. I'll put the ports in each respective VLAN and call it a night, man. This is probably gonna be the shortest lab we've done on the LiveLabs so far. So I'm gonna put GI 0, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 0 in each respective VLAN, right? So I'm gonna start with GI 0, 1. Switch port access VLAN 2010. And then interface GI 0, 2. Switchboard access VLAN 2020. Y'all see how I did that real quick? Just by clicking the up arrow and then just erase the last 2 numbers. That's another shortcut for y'all to learn. 0, 3, like that, right? And then access VLAN 2030. And then it's not GI 0. There is no GI 04, right? So I gotta go to GI 10, 1/0, and put him in VLAN 2040. Did I name the VLANs already? I did. I believe I did. Let's check show VLAN brief. Cisco Mail, if there is another switch upstream, you want them in the same domain, I believe. Yep, but in this case, there is not an upstream switch. Wait, only if there is VTP password. Let me see, what was your question? Wait, if only if there's a VTP password. Yeah, if there's another switch upstream, you want them in the same domain. That's correct, Cisco Mail. But however, like I said, they're both in transparent mode. So you can create and delete and modify VLANs all day long. They're not going to propagate across the other switch. They'll pass VTP messages and VLAN messages across to other switches, but they're going to go through them, right? That's why it's called transparent mode. In the last video, I used an S-rated analogy. I was basically saying, like, you just make pretend you're immune to STDs. Somebody passes on along an STD to you, you're transparent. It just goes right through you, so you're not gonna catch it. So just think of the VLANs like an STD. I just be thinking of these crazy analogies, but that's how I'll be remembering some of this stuff. I sit in the exam and I'm like, oh yeah, that ain't gonna work in transparent mode. You're not gonna catch the VLAN. So we put each respective port in each respective VLAN, and that's pretty much it. That's all the guide asked for. Y'all hit me with that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to this channel. Again, we use the lab guide 101 Labs, Cisco CCNA version 4, Learn by Doing. It's authored by Paul Browning and Farai Tafa. There is a link down below in case y'all want to follow along with us in the next lab. The next lab we are going to be doing tomorrow will be, what is it? Changing the native VLAN and shutting down unused ports. They do this for security reasons, because remember when I said y'all buy a switch out the box, all the ports gonna be in VLAN 1. That's the native VLAN, right? But if you just plug it up to your network, it's easier for somebody to hack in your network and be like, oh look, all them switches, they're by default. I know that they are on VLAN 1, and you can hop onto somebody's network with a technique called VLAN hopping, and basically hop on somebody's network and hack it. So I think that's pretty much it for y'all today. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, I'm going to try to do my best to keep these up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Do you have any other questions? Hit me up in the chat. And that's pretty much it. Again, tomorrow we'll do an not extended VLANs. I just said it. Changing the native VLAN and shutting down unused ports. I guess we could do it today, but I want to try to keep these separate and short and sweet. The next video after that, we'll be doing restricting extended VLANs on trunks and changing the VTP version 23. And then after that, that's it. So we only got like 2 more VTP and /VLAN labs. So that's gonna be it for VLANs and VTP for this week. We're gonna finish all that stuff this week. Next week, we're gonna start doing stuff with Spanning Tree, right? Our favorite. We love Spanning Tree. Gonzalo in the building. I see you observing as usual. You like to sit back and observe. No problem, Gonzalo. S Smooth. Appreciate that. Shout out to S Smooth for tuning in. You have a good night as well. Bull Club, what protocols are still being used on switches? That is a good question. I can pull up a white paper and show you a million protocols they're still using. STP, VTP, RIP. What road are you going to be more specific? What protocols are you talking? Are you talking about routing protocols? Are you talking about VLAN protocols? Are you talking about, there's private VLAN? There's all kind of protocols. So be more specific. What are still being used on Cisco switches? There's a million protocols that are being used. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. Hit me with that like button. Comment down below. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We're going to try to do these again Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In other words, comment, like, subscribe to the network.